Hello, my name is Second 814, and I just got back from seeing Solo: A Star Wars Story. Yes, the new, the latest Star Wars spin-off. And so, let's get right down to basics. Did I like this movie? The emotion, I shouldn't say emotions, but it's mixed for me. I'm not saying that this movie was bad, but it's not saying that this movie was good. If I'd have to say, I have to compare it to some of the more recent Star Wars movies, I'd have to say it's sort of, yeah, I think it's sort of basically above of the Last Jedi. Yeah, but yeah. So moving on. So obviously, this is the origin story of Han Solo. Uh-oh. Now, I will say right off the bat that it is just a little odd seeing somebody play Solo that is not Harrison Ford. It's just weird having somebody who is not Harrison Ford play Han Solo. I mean, yeah, he does his best, but still. Well, he doesn't really. Well, I mean, I think he did a good job, but he just doesn't have the same feel or the same charm, or just the same sense of Han Solo as Harrison Ford does. So that's why it's just really weird to see him be played by or Han Solo played by a different actor. And I think all the other actors did a good job too. But it just, like I said, this movie is very mixed for me. So, starting right at the back, basically, like I said, this is the story of how Han Solo became a smuggler. And, basically, I mean, it's an interesting story and all, but I think main problem of this movie is the fact that there's just a lot in here that just kind of feels unnecessary. Harry, from plot points to just certain scenes to basically. Sorry about that. Now, where was I? Oh yes, unnecessary things. It's like from unnecessary plot lines to unnecessary scenes to, well, just a whole lot of stuff. So, as far as unnecessary plot lines go, unnecessary subplots, I should say, go. One of them is definitely the romance between Han Solo and Kira. Star Wars romance has always just been, well, yeah. It's never been that. Star Wars romance has never been very good. Well, I should say never very good, but just kind of cheesy, kind of stupid. Not stupid, but just kind of unnecessary, in my opinion. Anytime there's romance or anything in Star Wars, it's just awkward and just stupid, in my opinion. So yeah, I don't really think we needed the whole romance plot. And then of course there's unnecessary scenes, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But anyways, So, moving right along. Basically, he is on this planet called Corellia, and he's trying to escape, and basically, with his girlfriend. And so the basic way he tries to do this is and he basically becomes a Imperial pilot. I guess. Yes, apparently Han Solo has an Imperial pilot. Yeah, it did make. I mean, I get that it was just kind of. This was a plot point for the whole him getting off a home planet and basically eventually becoming involved in smuggling business, but I don't know. Oh, well, the whole enlisting as a pilot thing just comes kind of just felt odd to me. So yeah, and obviously he gets involved in the smuggling and of course we see a bunch of we do see familiar characters like Hui, and of course there's Lando, but problem is even with like Lando, well, well, mm, Lando is probably the character that felt the most necessary in this. Obviously, besides Han and Chewie, and I'm not saying that the other characters weren't, but God, I'm just kind of stumbling on myself because it's kind of hard to talk and describe this film. But I'm not saying it's a complicated plot. But it's just that coming up with words other than mediocre or so-so or isn't that easy. So yeah, obviously he, so well, say yes, movie as characters. I mean, characters in this movie are, I mean, Han Solo, the guy who plays Han Solo did a good job. Chewbacca did a good job. The guy who played Lando did a good job. I think the Kira's actress did Emilia Clarke, that's right, did a good job. And then Beckett, I think he was good. But it's just the direction of this movie, and just some other people, and just some other actors that just felt unnecessary. And one of the things I think was very unnecessary in this film was a robot named L3 who apparently Lando is in love with. Yeah, it's weird. Another romance plot that I definitely don't think we need. So, oh yes, the robot L3. L3 just kind of felt unnecessary. Just there to be some sort of weird a love interest for our Han Solo and for Lando, which once again I think was kind of stupid and unnecessary. That's kind of all romance is in Star Wars. So there's that. And I mean, it's just kind of weird. And I mean, no, sorry, stumbling over my words, but yeah. So moving along, there's also the whole thing with Chewbacca's, like his other there's kind or other Wookiees. Granted, yeah, they are minor characters, but I don't really think we needed to see them there. I get but they did it to humanize, or not humanize, but to kind of show or how Chewbacca is loyal to his to his kind, or to his people. Well, and then obviously he he. Mm, sorry about that. Lost my train of thought. But yeah, so Chewbacca's people were kind of unnecessary, and yeah, there's just a lot of stuff. There's just some weird stuff that's unnecessary. I will say, hey, the captain of the or the leader of the crime syndicate, is I forget his name now. Now I mean, he did his good job, but yeah, I just didn't really enjoy him. He just kind of stood out as just there to be the evil crime lord. You don't see him in the movie that much, so mm, yeah, he was just kind of there to me. So, moving right along. So yeah, and I think that basically covers as unnecessary characters. So yeah, moving right along with onto unnecessary subplots and other things. Like I already covered, there was the two romance in subplots that what I definitely don't think were needed. But then there's also a whole bunch of unnecessary scenes or just these little things here and there. There if and one of the big ones that's kind of unnecessary, in my opinion, is is when is basically the when and they're on this job and they're trying to escape from this planet where they got this unrefined fuel I think and they're going through this weird maelstrom, I think it's called. Oh, I forget what it's called now. They meet this weird creature, and then they go into a gravity well and they have to escape it. Honestly, I kind of think the whole creature encounter, along with the gravity well, was kind of stupid. A little bit. I mean, they're already escaping, but just felt it just felt dumb. The whole creature thing, a weird gravity well, which I think was supposed to be a black hole. The other thing that oh, but yeah, that part just felt unnecessary. And then of course there's a certain part where after Han tries to get involved in smuggling, and he gets thrown into a beast, which is Chewbacca. There's this part where he basically negotiates with Chewbacca by speaking Wookiee. And basically in this part we get subtitles. With Han speaking Wookiee. And this I just kind of felt was not needed. And I really don't think we need to have subtitles or any sort of weird explanation for the language of Wookiee. I mean, how many movies has it been with Chewbacca now? So yeah, I really don't think we needed to have that language any sort of explained. I mean, Wookiees are creatures that communicate the animalistic sounds, and I think that's all we need to know. So yeah, Han speaking Wookiee, unnecessary. Then of course there's all these weird little unnecessary twists This where there's this where this where like this where we this where sorry, I lost my train of thought. So anyway, so getting back to a topic of a necessary, when they go in and when they go into well, when they're about to turn over the fuel to the crime lord type thing, there is basically they have this weird series of events, where the field or crime fuel is fake, the real one stuff is gone on, and kind of this weird back and forth. And it's just and I just it just felt weird to me. Like when Hans confronts Beckett, and Hans kills Beckett. Just so unnecessary things. So yeah, unnecessary. Now, am I saying that it's a totally bad film? No. There is some good dialogue here and there are some plot things that'll make you laugh. And I mean, they have all the stuff like warp, light speed, heat. They have the Millennium Falcon, obviously. And they have the core technology. But a lot of it just kind of felt but I mean, a lot of that is just kind of nostalgia, or basically there for nostalgia. I mean, for me personally, it helped the film, but like the dialogue, the direction, the overall, the main plot, just kind of stupid. Oh yeah, speaking of unnecessary, there are two more I want to quickly cover. And the first one is at the beginning of the film, where there's this weird lady thing that apparently exploits children on Hans's home planet. It's a weird worm or talking alien worm thing. I don't really know how to describe it either. She was just kind of an unnecessary character. She's just kind of there to help, to give Hans something to run away from. And then there's also at the end we also see Kira communicating with Darth Maul, who apparently is the leader of the current crime syndicate that they're working for. Well, the thing is, that just kind of felt unnecessary as well. I mean, do we really need to have Darth Maul as the we already know he was a Padawan. He was the Padawan of Darth Sidious. So having him there was just kind of stupid. Stupid. I mean, yeah. I get they needed to have somebody as the leader of the crime syndicate, and maybe because they're caught in the crime syndicate is named Crimson Dawn. They felt like he wanted to have Darth Maul, but I mean, come on. Darth Maul from the prequels was not a very good character. It was weak, and he was just basically there to be either evil or sidekick of the Emperor. Other than that, yeah. Darth Maul wasn't necessary in this film. So, moving back, the dialogue is okay. Like I said the dialogue was good. Yeah, the dialogue was okay. Hey, the main plot definitely it was kind of weak, I guess you could say. A the acting I think was good, but other than and I mean the visual, like I said, and we have the nostalgia factors. But other than that, like I said, there's just a lot of unnecessary stuff that kind of really bogged this movie down. So, oh yeah, that's pretty much Solo a Star Wars story. Oh, and one more thing there, and I know this is a minor complaint, but one thing that really got me was at the beginning there was thing they didn't have the classic Star Wars text scroll, and I know that's a minor complaint, but for me, at least when you have Star Wars movies, I think you just kind of have to show that um that. So yeah, just as kind of a minor complaint. So that's basically Star Wars. So Solo, a Star Wars story. Story. So, what I recommend. So, my final verdict for this movie is going to be a 6 out of 10. And unfortunately, this movie, it's just average. Not really, not a bit. It's not anything like a Rogue One or a Force Awakens. It is high, it's better than the Last Jedi. But yeah, 6 out of 10. Would I recommend going to see it? Unless you're a big Star Wars fan, I'd say sit this one out. Out. It's probably out. Well, wait till 2019 when the next main storyline Star Wars comes out. And so there you have it. Solo, a Star Wars story. It's 6 out of 10, and only see it if you're a Star Wars fan. And well, that about wraps up for this video. My name is Second1814. Thank you so much for watching, and the wind will always be at your back. See you next time.